Prime, Google Play, Tubi, and hopefully even more channels. So the reach of the show globally is about 600 million people. Besides that, CoinMarketCap is a big partner or co-producer on the show. So together, we're making sure that the best projects come onto the show. We're also making sure that the winners actually get airtime and promotional value. And to top it all off, the projects that we're talking to today are the projects that have had the community upvote their participation on the show. So that top of the leaderboard. And what that means is that the top 3 projects that are being upvoted on the Hello website, they get a ticket onto the show. So they get a podium of 600 million people, potentially a collaboration with CoinMarketCap, and potentially getting one of the whales to work with them on growing their project and company.
That's exactly it. So now you guys that didn't know about it, you guys know absolutely everything. And today this show is going to run exactly as it follows. We are going to give each and every project some minutes here, around 3 to 5 minutes, to introduce themselves, talk a little about of what they are building and what their plans for the future are, what they're trying to do right now, how they, I mean, what's their vision, what does the future look like for them, what is their mission. And then after we go all around the 5 projects, then we are going to get back to the first project for kind of like a second time to share some final thoughts, some things that potentially didn't say, or just like, I mean, I think this is the interesting thing, and also how people can actually engage and start interacting with that protocol, just like potentially understanding like how they can get in touch, how they can follow, how they can actually interact, and also how they can help the project to be in the top 5 list of projects by the end of the voting. So that's, I think, is the most important part, and all projects are going to have a chance to do that with you guys today. Our audience, that by the way is growing, you are now above 700 people already listening to us. And I think for us to get started, I would like to welcome on stage the ADO protocol team. First and foremost, I want to know if I'm pronouncing this the right way. Is that ADO, or should I call it like ADO? Like, is there any specific way, Bogdan, that I should talk about the project? Welcome to CMC Live. Pleasure to have you here. Your time still have not started, so it's just an introduction.
Thank you. I think it's ADO. We're not native English speakers, so ADO protocol is fine.
Awesome.
Nice to meet everyone here. Happy to be here. We were kind of unprepared for this competition when it first started, but it's a great opportunity, and we do share a lot of things with Hello Labs, as our project is mainly focused on onboarding big audience to Web3 space.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Bogdan. Sorry to interrupt you, but you said that you were unprepared. I can't imagine if you guys were prepared, because already unprepared, you guys are already in the top 5 here projects and the hottest projects from this week. Just imagine if some preparation took place before. That's awesome.
Yes, and that's true, because we're working on so many things right now. This competition had us by surprise. We're trying to catch up a bit now in the middle of it. We just started a $200,000 giveaway earlier today, and we're trying to keep pace, because being at the event, it's quite important for us. As the show
100%, 100%. And I'll give you now, Bogdan, I think that all projects will have that. So when to kickstart, as we have now more than double the number of people listening to us that we have at the beginning of the live. For the ones joining now, we are here with the top 5 projects this week, the top hottest projects on the Killer Whale leaderboard. If you don't know what it is, it's pinned it here on the live. No matter if you're listening from web or app, you can click on the Hello Labs profile and you will find all links that get you to the leaderboard for Killer Whales, and you'll be able to interact there as well, and all those types of things. Almost 2K people listening to us, Bogdan, and I want to kick things off with you then. Please let us know a little bit more about ADO, what you guys are building, and what are the plans for the future. Please, your time starts now, and you have like between 3 to 5 minutes
competitions, and we'll try to keep it centralized and combined with the decentralized component of the protocol. Of course, right now the focus is on building community and opening more revenue streams. We already have one opened in terms of elastic liquidity. That's kind of hard to explain because we're basically using dead money that are in the DEX pool to make more money for everyone and increase price. The next step is to push the travel business to get out our NFT collection. A large part of the collection is going to be given for free in different competitions. This one is a good example. That's why we said we were basically unprepared because we have no campaign before it started. We just opened the one earlier. Main thing to know is in the next couple of months is that we're looking forward to have the entire NFT collection on the market and to launch the travel platform. I think we'll have around 2 million, 2.5 million hotels all over the world, and I can tell from now that there will be the best prices on the market on these hotels. Some of the examples I think you can already see on our previous Twitter post on difference on hotel prices with NFT and without NFT. Also, some comparisons to Web2 competition and Web3 competition. And you can also, of course, check for people that know Spanish because the Spanish platform is already built. It's connected to our website. But the English one that integrates Web3 is in the works, and I think in the next 4 to 6 months we'll see it live and start pushing on the marketing side.
That's awesome, Bogdan. And I think that we started to lose you a little bit by the end, so not quite sure, but I think the connection is okay. We were able to listen to everything. And one part that caught my attention was when you mentioned about the Spanish community. And I'll give you I'll give you another question later in the second part of the show, but I want to ask you more about that Spanish community. So keep that in mind also when you come back to talk like some more about ADO protocol for us, because we do have a very big Spanish community, Spanish speaking community here in CMC. It goes from all Latin America, up to Europe. We do have like a very big community. When we have like Spanish lives here, usually those are I cannot tell the most engaged lives, but we do have a pretty much engaged audience when talking with Spanish speakers for sure. So before Bogdan, you get back on stage, I will now hand the word to the Paul Chain team. I would like to come on stage. I think it's the Paul Swap profile here that is represented by Brian. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, or like maybe it's not you, maybe it's someone else from the team, but I do believe it's Brian. So I want to understand first and foremost, like, welcome to CMC Live. And before we officially kick off the actual time of the presentation, I just get to know you a little bit. Welcome here.
Absolutely, and thank you, Gabriel, for the warm welcome. This is Brian, and yeah, representing the PodChain community. First things first, I just want to thank you, CoinMarketCap, Xander from Hello Labs, for allowing me to be here. And I just want to thank the other communities here as well. And most importantly, I want to thank the PodChain community, because without their strong support and rabid voting, I wouldn't be up here talking about this wonderful project right now. So I just want to go a little bit into my background. I have a traditional finance background. I've been investing for the better part of 20 years now. And I got exposed to the crypto space in 2019, turned on to a friend, and just started basic investments in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And just kind of throwing money at it, not really paying attention, learn about blockchain, just kind of more of an investment. And about 15 months ago is when I began my love affair with decentralized finance. And I discovered the PawChain project. And what we're building is something that the space desperately needs: simplicity, interoperability, and scalability will all be provided by PawChain and the tech that we're about to provide. And I'm really looking forward to getting into some of it with you.
Yeah, of course. I was like waiting here to see if we're going to already get into it. I was like pausing you there, but then I realized that you were just like kind of introduction. It's so all good. Nice to know about that background, by the way. I think that a lot of people that are here got into crypto by that time as well, like close to the COVID years. I think that was a phase that a lot of people actually got in the market, like right before or during DeFi summer and all of that. And I think that's when we see, like, I think a lot of people got into crypto during the ICO wave, then DeFi summer, and now, which I would call the airdrop and points age of crypto. I think there are a lot of people getting into as well. But let's dive into it, because as you mentioned, the Pulse Swap community got you here. Their vote is on the leaderboard on Killer Whales, and Hello Labs got you here. So we all want to know a bit more on Pulse Swap, what you guys are building. And keep in mind, more than 2K people listening to us right now. So not a small audience at all. And you have the chance to share all of that and all the details with all those people. So please go ahead. Excited to hear what you guys have.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to let everybody in here know, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. In short, Podchain is a blockchain technology company that aims to solve some of the biggest problems that currently exist in the space, which are interoperability, or the communication between blockchains, scalability, transactional load, and most importantly, I think simplicity. And this is a big one. To anyone who talks to people who are not in crypto, what's the first thing they say? They say, this is difficult. Why is it so hard? I'm not learning this. This is a pain. We need to provide user interface and more work that is provided on the back end to make the end user experience for the buyer and also the developer easier, so we can bring more people in to the space. And that's exactly what we're doing at Podchain, with an entire decentralized ecosystem that plans to function like a central exchange with all the simplicity that they have, but on the DeFi level. And we are built on a pillar of security first and foremost. I know a lot of people have seen our posts on the CertiK leaderboard. We are currently a top 20 project with a score of 92.9, and we just received our KYC gold badge. And that's something that's earned. That's a lot of projects don't get that badge, and it just shows our transparency and dedication to security. And we're also going to employ Skynet monitoring, which will monitor our blockchain 24 hours a day to be sure that there is no issues moving forward. So a little bit about our roadmap. We have a lot of decentralized apps. We currently have beta testnet live that we launched in February with our L1 and L3. And we have our last batch of audits currently going through CertiK right now. And as soon as those come back, we are going to launch our mainnet live to allow builders and people to come into our ecosystem by simply, this is key here. They will just simply need to deploy one liquidity pool and one contract address, and our L3 will seamlessly connect them to other layer ones, so they can use any kind of token that we are connected to buy whatever token has liquidity on PawSwap. And this will make traditional bridging a thing of the past. And if anyone knows about traditional bridging and the headache that involves about wrapping and unwrapping tokens, it can be a big issue. So with the click of the button, you can come to our swap and exchange BNB for ETH. You can exchange BNB for a meme coin, exchange, any kind of chain that we're connected to. And our L3 is infinitely scalable. So we can keep adding chains for a true multi-chain solution. And a lot of projects, I believe, have roadmaps, right? Any project can write a roadmap. You look at the roadmap and see it and like, oh, hey, that looks good. But with Podchain, we explain the how. How are we going to achieve these goals? When are we going to do them? And it is communicated to our entire community through transparency, through action, through and I know Xander has seen this at Hello Labs, how strong our community is. We just onboarded 50 plus team members to focus on departments like media, marketing, project onboarding, and something I'm excited about, customer service. There is a lack of customer service in decentralized finance right now. It's pretty much you're on your own. And we aim to change that by helping people answer questions. And I'll tie it in with just the strength of our community, and a lot of people have noticed it, and it comes from empowering community members. We empower our community members to make them feel like they have an actual say and a place in this project to help and drive its success. And basic part of human nature is wanting to fit in, wanting to be a part of something. And I can't think of a better project to be a part of, to be able to have your ideas heard, your concerns listened to, and to be able to build together. It's completely changed my view on what I think about decentralization. And I truly believe that over the next 5 years, Chain is going to be an absolutely transformative project that will onboard and simplify crypto use for millions of users.
That's an awesome pitch, by the way. Congrats on that. And I feel like a lot of the things that you mentioned, for example, when it comes to just like to onboard new people, just like to make it easy for people. And one specific thing that you touch on is the customer support issues. I agree 100%. I feel like that's one of the big pains in crypto right now. Like, because when you think of people that are trying to get into a new ecosystem, get into a new thing overall, right? They will have issues and they will face those issues, but how are they actually going to be able to solve issues? Like, who is there to help them solve those issues? I think many of the protocols that we have right now in the DeFi spaces, you don't have that infrastructure or don't have the structure at all, and you just, as you said, you're by yourself to sort those out, etc. So I think that definitely this is a big pain point that I want to touch more on you later when we go back to Chain. But Brian, thanks for sharing all of that with us. I think it was awesome. And now bring on stage Burb. I think Josue is the one here with us. I don't know, Josue, because I am Brazilian, so I have a Latino background as well. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce your name. You let me know. Welcome to CMC Live. Pleasure to have you here representing Burb.
Thank you. It's Josue Sandoval. I don't know. It might not be easy to pronounce it.
I think from my background, it's kind of easier because, Portuguese is my background. I do know a little bit of Spanish, so Josue Sandoval, I think it's it's okay for me to pronounce, but it's all good. It's all good. So no problems with that. But I feel like the English native speakers are going to have a little bit of a harder time saying that for sure, as they do with my name and others. It's okay. It's all good at the end of the day. First and foremost, as we did with Brian and Bogdan before, a little bit about you before we jump into the actual time to share things about Burb.
Okay, so I'm the CEO and the founder of the Burb project, and we're very excited to be here today amongst all the other high quality projects, all the top 5 projects. And I do want to thank CoinMarketCap and Hello Labs for hosting this CMC Live today. So we started this project about 3 years ago, and we've been building hard on it. And I got into crypto back in 2017. That was about the time during the big bull run. And that's about the time that I started investing in crypto, learning about crypto. And also I was homeschooled starting at the age of 14. So we've been learning. I have a twin brother. We've both been learning web designing, and we started learning at around the age of 14. I'm 40 years old now. And about the age of 16, we already had some clients. So we have a good background on web designing and software developments and things like that. And do I go over the features that we have, or what other information can I share? Because we have a lot of features. And
yeah, I do know that you have a lot to share, but not yet. I think that you just started it off well, and I can tell you that it's a smart move for you for just get to know crypto by 2017 and start to invest in 2017, because I put myself in that box of people that when they first heard about it, they were a little bit skeptical, end up letting it go, did not get involved, and a couple of years later, you're like, I lost an opportunity, but hopefully I got involved later. I think a lot of people end up just being in the same boat, just you hear about it, you're like, I don't know, let me see, let me come back to it a few years later. And then when you do, you regret a little bit. In your case, no regrets. You did it right away. So kudos for you for taking a chance on crypto by that time. And now I think it's time for us to go a little bit over Burb. So what are you guys building? What are you guys doing? Community, as all other projects here, I do know there is a very big strand of all of you guys. Otherwise, you would not be here, because all it takes is community votes, and all of you 5 projects are here. I do already know you guys have big communities, but what are you guys building? Let us know.
So yeah, first of all, I do want to thank our community for all the votes that they've been doing, all the tweets, and without their help, without our community's help, we wouldn't be here in the top 3 today. So thanks a lot for the Burb community, all the listeners out there. So last night I was working on Burb Cafe. Burb Cafe is going to be our new website for the Burb Coffee. We're going to sell high quality organic coffee from different parts of the world. Right now, I do have the Guatemala coffee, which is a medium caramel note, great body coffee, Ethiopian coffee, Costa Rica coffee, and Colombian coffee. So all this would be available to buy with Burb. And I was going to try to, announce it by last night, but it would have to be by tomorrow because I got busy planning out other announcements that we have. So the website's looking great. Just last night, we were testing the transactions. Everything went smoothly on the desktop browser and mobile phone. So by tomorrow, we should launch our Burb Cafe website. And part of the profits will go to Burb Charity, which helps the Burbs from the Belize Bird Rescue Project. So 1% or 2% of all the sales would go to Belize Bird Rescue and other charities that focus on helping burbs around the world. And another feature we have is Burb AI, and it's already available, but there's a big update coming tonight. This will be by this night, and we would upgrade to the latest GPT-4 Turbo model, the latest DAL-E model, and also the latest GPT-4 Vision model. That's when you can upload an image and it gives you all the information about the image. So it's a lot of tools that would come with Burb AI. And there's hundreds of templates for automated Twitter posts, Amazon product listings, just a whole bunch of different templates that we can use. And also ours comes with a latest ChatGPT, and you don't have to pay the large monthly fee like ChatGPT Pro. I think it's about $20 a month that you have to pay, but even our free version would give you access to the ChatGPT Turbo 4 model, the latest model. So we have Burb AI coming. It has a lot of features. So by tonight, you can expect the announcement for the latest Burb AI update. And we also have some Burb merch. We have backpacks, luggage, t-shirts, and all of this can be purchased with our Burb plugin, Burb payment plugin. We have Burb NFTs. I just talked to the developer last night, and we're going to release it in 3 stages. That way we can release it as fast as possible. It's going to be the NFTs and minting and pre-order contract first. Then it would be the enchanting contract. Enchanting would allow you to upgrade the rarity of your NFT. So we would go all the way to legendary. So you can upgrade common all the way up to a legendary NFT. And that's going to have, later on, I'll give more information on that. It's going to be Burb vaults where you stake your Burb and you can use your NFT to get much more rewards. And the higher the rarity, the more rewards you get. So we do have a lot of web applications. It's hard to go over all of them in a limited time. So we do have Burb AI, Burb Cafe. We have Burb Share for secure file sharing. We have Burb Metrics, which is analytics. We have Burb Seek, and we're trying to grow a vibrant ecosystem. So our goal is to not just be a meme token, but we want to be a meme token with many useful use cases, and also have a vibrant and growing ecosystem.
It seems like you guys are trying to create a Burb world, let me put it like this. And it seems very interesting just because I can tell from myself, I'm a very big coffee enthusiast. I do like it a lot. I do a lot of things with different coffees, etc. As I mentioned before, bringing from Latin America, like you can experience many coffees from different countries, and all the countries here seem to have like great coffee productions, like with different flavors, etc. So I am a very big coffee enthusiast. And just to see that you guys are building something that is not just related to that, but instead like a token, a meme token, which by the way, I think is one of the very interesting way as a go-to-market strategy. Let's put it like this, because you create a community, you do all things, and then you add utility on top. I feel like that's a very interesting use case and a very interesting business. And I want to deep dive on this later with you when you come here for your final thoughts. I will definitely circle back to you with some questions regarding the token itself, Josue. But now I have to come up on stage to call on stage the 4th project, which is Transhuman Coin. And I think who is here to talk with us is Elise Xu. I mean, let me know if the name is properly pronounced here by me. But welcome on CMC Live. Pleasure to have you here as well.
Hey, Gabriel. That's correct. It's Elise. And thanks to CoinMarketCap and Hello Labs for the opportunity. Really pumped to be here. So I started working in crypto in 2017 as a software developer building payment rails for the unbanked and networks to exchange data. So this is really early days. And previously, I was also the director of Metaverse at KPMG, a large multinational professional services firm. And then today, I run Transhuman Coin and Transhumanism Australia, a venture studio which supports and funds science and tech projects that help us overcome limitations of human biology, such as in bionics, gene editing, brain-computer interfaces, AGI, and robotics.
That's awesome. Have you wrapped up? I don't know because I lost you for a little bit. Just want to make sure, Alice, that oh, okay, it's all good then. And by the way, I can tell by the accent. Like I love this accent. I do have some friends from there as well. Like this is absolutely awesome to have you here. And thanks for sharing a little background. It's not every single day that we have like not just women that are very much deep diving to crypto, like completely into the ecosystem, etc., but also creating stuff on the coding side as well. So that's really awesome to see. And then I want to like kick off your time here to share with us a little bit about Transhuman Coin, what you guys are building there, what is the vision for the future, and a little bit more for the ones that don't know. As I said before, community, we all know what you guys have, but like what else are you guys building? Let us know.
Well, Transhuman Coin is the official currency of the transhuman movement, which is about accelerating science and technology to transcend limitations of our human biology. And we are needed more than ever because we are accelerating towards a transhuman future. We're already seeing what's happening with OpenAI developing AGI and also with Neuralink developing brain-computer interfaces for superintelligence. And then we've got other companies which are developing drugs for super longevity and others which are developing humanoid robots for abundance to create abundance for all of us. But the one thing we were able to achieve is to bring individual pieces of transhumanism together for the first time, uniting all the different parts of different communities. And we've already had a lot of traction. So essentially what we do is we fund and support science and technology that helps us overcome limitations of human biology. And I'm going to go through a few projects we've already supported. So the first one is we supported the University of Technology Sydney, which is one of the world's best universities out there. And we have partnered with their brain-computer interface division and supported a project which we call the Dream Machine, which, so you're wearing a device on your head and it can translate your dreams and help you visualize it. So you can go back and revisit what you dreamt about last night, and hopefully it wasn't a nightmare. Another really interesting project that's really close to my heart is around GoGo Tech, which is, it creates Abby, an autonomous wheelchair. We've also funded Moth Diagnostics, which is gene-based diagnostics, also funded university research of anti-aging potential of edible plants. Also, we have supported the Fox G1 Research Foundation on supporting rare genetic disease research. And also we help support educational films like The Last Generation to Die. But I guess the point I really want to make is cancer, diabetes, and heart disease are the biggest killers in the world right now. And we have the technology to help support it, but it just needs more funding and support. And this is one of the main reasons that we started this coin. So I just want to go through a few key figures. We have about 15,000 holders at the moment. So we are a pretty significant community already. We are here for the long term. We are missionaries, not mercenaries. We have utility in our coin already. We've integrated our token for payment on 2 major platforms, BlockB, Crypt.ai. So for example, one real product or platform that's actually using our token for payment is the Gemsbok Academy, which is an online mass education platform. So you can use Transhuman Coin to pay for your courses. We also have a real-world asset tokenization platform for consumers called Valid Finance, which is powered by Transhuman Coin. So it uses blockchain to generate ownership proof of assets and creates a record of your asset on chain. So you can put your birth certificate on there, your marriage certificate. If you don't want to trust the central authority or the government, then you don't have to. You can put that on chain yourself. We have an incredible team, which includes We've got Charles Awuzie, one of our co-founders. He's a cybersecurity expert. We've also got Peter Zing. He's an AI lead at Microsoft. I used to work at KPMG as their director of Metaverse. And we also are we governed by a scientific advisory board, which is chaired by Google awarded brain-computer interface scientists. So we've all held really senior positions in some of the world's largest organizations. So what is our plan for growth? Well, the next step is we want to reach all 2 million transhumanists around the world. We're nearly there. And what we are finding is that we are converting transhumanists who are non-believers to crypto and vice versa, crypto people to transhumanism, because the principles that we both believe in are quite symbiotic. So we both believe in open source and sovereignty. And I guess the point I want to make when I wrap up is we have real users, we have real community, we're funding scientifically and technologically important work which can save human lives. Some people buy Bitcoin because they want to get rich, but others buy transhuman coin because they want to change the world.
Yeah, that's absolutely great. Thank you very much for this. I think that Gabriel has
Managed to
dropped
get
from the-
back.
Yeah,
I don't know
here
if you
he
guys
is.
can hear me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I got almost everything that Alice said, but just like my connection had some issues here, but I'm
No
100%.
problem.
Let me know, guys, if you can hear me well as well. Like, is it sounding like loud and clear? Perfect.
We can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, perfect. So thank you for sharing all that, Alice. And I feel like there are, and the interesting thing about this panel is that we have so many different projects. Like while we were sharing everything that you guys are building, I was like, this seemed kind of like so sci-fi to me in a sense, you know, just like things that we don't necessarily like think that are happening right now, things that are being developed, etc. And I definitely want to circle that back with you when you have like your second turn here, because all of that seems like, and it's cool because it's so different. Like you look at all the other projects that have already come up stage and share their like what they're doing, etc. is like definitely completely different from any of the others. And by the way, each and every single one is completely different from one another. Excited about that. And I think last but not least, we have Jason here from VSG. Jason, first and foremost, welcome to CMC Live. Welcome on stage. Pleasure to have you here. If you can share with us just a little bit about you and what, not exactly going into detail yet on VSG as all the others, but a little bit of our background and what VSG actually means, like what those letters means. Tell us.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to meet the CMC community. Love the platform. Love Hello Labs. You know, I'm excited to grind it out with the rest of these projects here for Killer Whales. Getting ready to tape at the end of June. Let's go.
Woo, yeah, man. Love the energy. Love the energy.
You gotta have energy. This is crypto, man. Crypto doesn't sleep, it doesn't cry, doesn't do anything. We just build and we invest and we grow and we get better and better and we say hello. I don't know, you guys can handle this fire or what?
Maybe it's too much. Oh, Gabriel is having some connection issues again, but you know, love the energy. You know, that's what we need in the space. We need real builders. We need people that are willing to put their shoulders behind whatever project that they're building, the technology that they're bringing to the market, and also making sure that, you know, even when there is a bear market or even when there might be a setback, we still continue to go. And you know, I love that on all the participants on this live session. But especially, you know, the energy you're bringing, mate, absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, I love it. So just I'll just give you guys a little bit of background about me. My name's Jason Ansel. I'm the co-founder of VSG. My other co-founder is Whitaker. He wasn't able to join us today. I'm in Canada. He's in the UK. So we kind of take turns in regards to management and activities and being around in our community. We're a very community-based project. We're always active in the Telegram. If anybody's interested, you can join us there at any time to ask questions at VSG Portal. Best place to find out about our project. Come and talk to us directly. We're in the VCs all the time. You know, we're there ready to go.
Great, super. Thank you for that. Can you explain a little bit more to us and also to the listeners on this live session what the project is all about and what you guys are trying to achieve, and make sure that it's like an elevator pitch, and you explain a little bit about how you guys are doing this?
Yeah, so basically, VSG is Vitalik Smart Gas. It's our gas token for our L2 chain that's in development. It's going to be a transactional tool as well on chain. We have it as set as a hyperdeflationary token. We've already burnt over $1 million worth of tokens out of the supply. We have some mechanisms in place on the chain where we have a very unique feature of a $4 flat rate transaction fee, that some of those portions go back into buying and burning supply on VSG. So it's a hyper deflationary model. It's a utility token. We kind of got derived out of another project that was more in the meme coin space, and did a bit of a community takeover and a relaunch and redevelopment, and came up with a plan to kind of extend the community and their investments that they made in the project that was kind of abandoned by the developer that put it out. So, we developed this as community members of an existing project, and kind of molded the direction that we're going. And so now we have an entire ecosystem actually built in place around the gas token. We have several other reward tokens that are on various chains right now. We did that as part of our marketing strategy to kind of onboard people from different chains and give our community user experiences on different chains and interacting with applications and things that exist on there. And so they could kind of see the usability and challenges and issues that happen chain to chain, which is very valuable for us as developers of our own blockchain. That information for us is very key. So our community engagement is very key to everything we're doing. And, we've been bringing people in from, like I said, all these different chains and getting them interested in what we've been putting together. And with that, we've been able to start onboarding a lot of projects. My background is in marketing, mostly in film and television and music and the entertainment world. So I've been kind of utilizing that network to kind of bring in very unique projects that I think are going to stand out once our chain does go live, and bring a lot of eyeballs and people onto the chain. And our main goal too is to make usability a non-issue, and try to make crypto as seamless as possible and accessible for everyone. So the way that we're building our on-chain development and putting together our dApps and things like that, we're doing a lot of Web2, Web3 integrations, trying to bring in a lot of business-to-business models that kind of got put by the wayside with Web3 and blockchain, and are really passionate about onboarding real world assets. So we have a lot of different directions that we're taking right now, kind of, but everything all revolves around the utility of our gas token. So right now, if you could imagine investing in VSG at this point would be kind of similar to investing in ETH before the chain's kind of live, So there's a lot of opportunity. We have also a 3-tiered NFT collection where we have portions of the transactions on chain that also go to pools to reward those holders. We have several reward tokens, as I mentioned, and we also have a VSG staking dApp. So if you hold one of our NFTs, you're able to stake VSG tokens right now and accumulate. We have a pretty good APR built in there. It's been very rewarding for our members. And, you know, as things progress and people start to catch on and realize once the chain's live, all the rewards and things that they've been accumulating, they're going to be able to use those to actually transact and invest in other projects that launch on chain once that goes. So, you know, we're creating I think an abundance of wealth and opportunities for people, but we're also really committed to engagement in our community. We're very committed to education. We see a lot of gaps that are missing in the crypto space. We're trying to kind of bridge a lot of those things. So some of the things we've actually participating in an investment in a cartoon program right now for children. We're looking at other publishing platforms of books and novels and things for younger generations and younger audiences to get them engaged and get their parents and families engaged. And, you know, we're doing all kinds of different approaches to try to basically onboard and educate as many people in crypto as possible and get them excited about our chain going live and the platforms and things that are going to be on there. We already have an extremely high number of dApps that are ready to go and people that we've been onboarding. So we're very, very excited, and we're just getting started.
This is really awesome, by the way. I'm taking it back. I don't know if I could, but like just making sure that we are all in sync. You guys all can hear me well. I've been hearing to all of this shared by VSG. And I think that as I made a comment here in the live chat, by the way, guys, feel free to comment here as well. You guys that are listening, send any questions that you may have for projects, etc. But it's so exciting to see so many different projects building many different things and having such engaged communities. I think that by ranked as 5th to 1st, we have like Vitalik Smart Gas, Transhuman Coin, ADO Protocol, Burb, and Paul Chain right now as it stands on the Killer Whales leaderboard. Am I correct? I'm asking this to the Hello Labs POC now. Like, is this ranking standings as it is right now, as on the pinned post here, or has it changed already?
There are frequent changes to that, and I can just say, if you look at the leaderboard right now, you see that all the projects already have additional points by either community voting or buying some votes and getting the upvotes. So, you know, it's imperative that everybody keeps on voting. Make sure that the community tells us what the best project is and why they need to be on the show. Because in the end, you know, if we're able to bring them to the show, we'll make sure that they have this big media audience that might be putting new eyes on it. So everybody that is rooting for a project, loves a founder, thinks a project have one of the best utilities or one of the biggest promises, in their opinion, let us know, put it in the chats, make sure that you vote on the platform. And you know, let's make sure we bring the best and brightest projects to Killer Whales.
100%. And now I think that going from 5th to 1st, just according to the chart that we have at the moment pinned here in the live, as I said before, guys, no matter if you're listening from web or app, you can check this post from the Hello Labs profile here. Just click on the pinned post, no matter where you're listening from, and you will see this, not just the 5 protocols that are there, but also the other ones that almost made it. Maybe there is something interesting that you guys have there. They can take one of this down. I don't know. You guys are up to make that decision, but I want to start with VSG then on his final thoughts on everything that we have discussed here today, everything that has been shared, and some things, Jason, for the people that are listening to us right now, almost 2K people listening to us, like what they should live this life like with that sticking in their heads when it comes to thinking about VSG. Like, is that something that you really want them to keep thinking about, that when they think about VSG, what they should think about, and some final considerations for yourself? By the way, congrats on being part of this top 5 for this week.
Yeah, really, really appreciate it. I think the only thing that I could put out there to everybody is, you know, we're very direct and reachable. So crypto, you know, we just our project ourselves, we have several different Twitter accounts imitating us. We have different Telegram channels that are imitating us. We have people that launch tokens with our name and things like that. So there's a huge safety factor in crypto. We want to make sure that you guys are in the right place and interacting with the right contracts and things like that. The best thing to do is go to our website, vsgofficial.com. All of our links are on there. We are in our Telegram channel literally 24 hours a day. You can come in there, talk to me directly, ask me any questions that you have about the utility, about the chain, about the token, about life, you know, whatever it is, we're there and we're available, and that's the best place to get us, the VSG portal on Telegram.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Jason. And I really like that you mentioned about the life part. You can ask absolutely anything, guys, because crypto is part of everyone's life as well. Like, at least that all of us that are here, I do know that it's a big, big part of every single one of these almost 2K people that are here. And now moving to the fourth position, we have Transhuman Coin. So, Alzi, I would like to ask you, like, to share something that you haven't shared yet about the project itself, but also how people can connect, etc. And I do have a personal question, which is, I mean, why do that right now? Like, do you guys see the need for that? Was it an opportunity? Why do something that is so different from the mainstream, let's say, at this stage?
Thanks, Gabriel. I just wanted to invite everyone who wants to explore the limits of achieving super intelligence, super longevity, and super well-being to join our community. We can be found on Telegram or Discord. Just search for us on Transhuman Coin. And the reason why we started doing this around this time is, well, I've dedicated the last decade of my life to transhumanism because I see the real need to making a real change in the world. And I invite you to join us in making that change and being a part of it. And you're already seeing the acceleration of humanity, how we're getting new developments in AI every day, new announcement, and you can see the changes are just getting faster, bigger, and just progressing at a much faster rate than most of us can process. And this is why there's a real big need for projects like us, Transhuman Coin. So please connect with us on any of those platforms. We are always very open to a conversation. And the one thing I did not share is that we do actually have a decentralized health data platform, which we are building out. So this platform is using the IoTeX blockchain technology to securely store and manage genetic and health data. Many of you would have heard of data breaches, especially health data, which is very sensitive. So we have been engaging with the South Africa Medical Research Council and many other prominent institutions to enable the secure storage of genetic and health data. And this is the type of world that we want to work towards.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Really excited to see what the future holds for all of these projects. And now moving on to the third one on the list. At this very moment, we are talking with ADO Protocol, who, by the way, kicked it off here today. We had Bogdan here to share with us all things related to the protocol, like what they were building. Bogdan, now time for you to get back to it and to share some of the things that you haven't had time to share before, and some of the things that you would like to also, everyone that is listening to right now, to keep in mind when thinking about ADO protocol. Thank you for coming to CMC Live.
Hi, thank you. Basically, the idea is that to be able to build an ecosystem, you need to build revenue sources outside of the model of selling tokens or coins, because that's going to only work for a